When I was 3, my birth father left, and when my mom was still single, she'd leave us alone with my grandparents, and my grandfather was very abusive towards me and even towards my sister. It really wasn't a safe place. Those experiences took a long time for me to want to deal with. I struggled through my late teens, through my 20s, and even through my 30s. I really didn't take care of myself. I didn't care about taking care of myself. I didn't care if I existed, to tell you honest truth. And nothing changed in my life until my daughter Haley came along.
I'm the proud mother of Ruby, who is 21 months old, and Kiara, who was 7 years old when she died in a car accident. When my first daughter got into a car accident, I was 6 days sober from alcohol, heroin, cocaine, pretty much anything you can name. I just celebrated 6 years a couple weeks ago.
I was in DCF from the age of 6 until I was 18. My father and mother were drug addicts. They gave up on me at a really young age. I feel like I used that throughout my childhood and my adult life as an excuse. I've made some pretty bad decisions.
I grew up in a married household. It was loving. I loved my home. I was pregnant and had gotten into a physical fight with my older sister. The social worker there had referred Healthy Families to me, and ever since then, I've been connected.
Growing up, you know, my father wasn't really there. He was in and out. My mom raised 6 kids on her own, and it was just challenging. It was challenging. I lacked a lot of guidance. I started to get in trouble, and I just didn't have somebody to, you know, kick me in the butt and say, hey, this is how you're supposed to do it. When I first heard about the program, I honestly thought, you know, it was just another program that the jail's trying to shove in my schedule. But then I actually sat there, and from day one, it was just amazing, you know, all the way through. And it left me wanting more.
That program catapulted me into the person I am today. My 10-year-old told me he used to be afraid of me when I'd come home, and not knowing how to deal with this situation, I would yell, or I would scream, or, you know, something. And the program has helped. I've learned how to cope with things. And you don't have to use violence as a way of communication. My children are actually able to talk to me now about their problems, and I'm there to listen.
I had been suffering from anxiety and depression, so they recommended that I get therapy because after having a baby, I would then fall into postpartum depression, and my depression that I was already suffering from would just be worse. And the therapy worked. It made me realize that in order for me to be the best mom, that I need to take care of me and make sure I'm good, or I can't do that for my baby.
My first reaction when I first heard about the programs is, these are free? As a single father, I was looking for things to do with Haley and things just to teach me to be a better dad, and I was actually quite surprised when I found out all the programs that were available and at no cost. Since then, I've signed up for everything I possibly can to educate myself.
At the Family Center, they have a group that's called Parent to Parent, and it is definitely a place where we're allowed to kind of break down our walls and open up and share on a deeper level. It's really given me a place to be able to share openly about my daughter and openly about my grief.
A lot of things that I like set goals for and steps for and, made deadlines. Life happened. A lot of life happened, but Healthy Families had my back all the way through those rough patches and helped me achieve my goals and do what it is that I set out to do.
The Family Center has helped immensely with my parenting. This is kind of like a second chance that I get at parenting. My daughter now gets to experience like a mom that's completely clear and able to be fully present for her.
It makes me feel so fortunate that all these programs have been available to me because, to be honest, I think I have a hard time raising Haley on my own if I didn't have all this help. Because that's exactly what they did, was help, yeah, me and my family.
If it wasn't for Children's Trust or the jail being able to provide the Nurturing Fathers program, me and my kids wouldn't have the relationship that we have today. I want my kids to know that I'll always be there, no matter what. That I'm doing everything I can to better myself so that I can be that father that I wasn't before and that I never had.